We're back in Judge Fleischer's court in Houston. This first case is really a 1 in a million. The defendant was facing charges, but because the body-worn and dashcam footage were deleted, he walks. What's interesting is that 20 years ago, there was no footage to accidentally delete, so the court usually had to take officers at their word.
You are George Aleman.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, sir. On February 5th, 2025, at approximately 1:10 p.m., the officer observed a vehicle fail to signal a lane change and initiated a traffic stop. The officer made contact with the defendant, the driver of the vehicle, and the officer asked the defendant if he had anything on his person or in his vehicle. The defendant admitted to having 1 gram of marijuana in his left pocket. The officer then felt a bag in the defendant's pocket and observed a green leafy substance known from training experience to marijuana with a weight of 1.1 grams.
All right, Mr. Aleman, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Have you run his license?
I'll run it, Your Honor.
Please. You're not allowed to drive unless you have a valid Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name. Do you
Yes, sir.
understand? If you don't have either, you're not allowed to drive.
Yes, sir.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, or would you like to apply for an appointed lawyer?
I'll apply for one.
It's not eligible, Your Honor.
You're not allowed to drive.
No.
Don't drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today. I don't care if there's a burning building and you have to save 50 kittens. Don't drive.
Yes, sir, Your
Want to
Honor.
drive, go get a license, get liability insurance, and then I'll happily take this off.
Yes, sir.
If you drive, I'm going to lose it.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
All right, Deputy Echegoin is going to give you an application for an appointed lawyer. I'm going to see whether you qualify. If you do, I'm going to give you a lawyer today, but don't drive. I don't
Sir.
care what you got to do. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, come on.
All right, Judge, next is page 2. Armstrong, come on up.
Hi.
I'm just missing necklace. We have no body cam video, nothing's coming in.
Say it again.
I'm just missing that case.
Aleman's case? Oh, hold on. Ma'am, scoot over just a little bit. Mr. Aleman, come back up. So tell me again, what's going on?
So I'm filing the dismissal. We don't have body cam or dash cam on anything. They got deleted somehow. I don't
We're
understand.
going to dismiss your case today. Today's your very, very lucky day. It's 1 in a million. Don't drive.
Yes, sir, Your
Want
Honor.
to do things the right way, and good things will happen for you. I'm
Yes, sir, Your
telling
Honor.
you, lightning doesn't strike twice.
No, yes, sir. I understand.
Way to go, man. Come on up.
This second case is about a gentleman who has some mental health issues. It sounds like this is a lifelong struggle for him, and his saint of a mother has been dealing with this his entire life. My guess is that they were in a public place and he hit her, and someone else who saw the hit called the police. Because it was in a public place and it disturbed the peace at very least, and because it was an assault against a family member, his mom, police are obligated to investigate and seek charges no matter what the actual circumstances were.
Good morning, Mr. Hunt. You're charged. Can you spit the gum out? You're smacking it like a.
Yes, sir.
You were charged with assault of a family member. You were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. The complainant is the defendant's mother. On January 3rd, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a family violence call and met with the complainant, who stated that she was discussing a prior incident with the defendant when he became irate and punched the complainant 3 times, causing pain. The officer then spoke with a.
She hit me first.
Just trying to, Mr. Hunt, we're just trying to figure out what's going on. That's it.
And Judge, the officers then spoke with a witness who observed the incident and physically restrained the defendant.
So you have an agreement to do the PTI program, right?
Mental health diversion.
All he has to do is just go get evaluated. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hunt, you've been given a great offer now where all you have to do is get evaluated. If you do that, they're going to dismiss your case.
It's cool. It's not fair, but it's cool.
All they want you to do is speak to someone and they're going to dismiss your case. Is that not fair?
That's fine.
Do we know, have you reached out to the complaining witness to see, is he currently living with complaining witness? Do you know?
Let me see. I'll read the RIP notes, Your Honor. So I guess we didn't ask whether they live together, but the complainant did tell us that she's fine with no threatening or harassing as she wants to be in contact with him.
Is he living with mom now?
Is
Oh, bitch,
okay, sorry. Is the complaining witness his mom?
The mother.
Okay, yes, the mom. He is, but she's very involved in getting him his treatment and providing a stable home for him. So
Okay.
we would ask that it would be no threatening or harassing as well.
Mr. Hunt, the only thing I'm going to ask you is please do not have any threatening or harassing contact with your mother. Do you understand, sir?
yes, be honest.
Your Honor, respectfully, we would request that we wait till our DVD prosecutor gets here just to see what his opinions are on what the bond condition could be, and we can email him immediately to get him in here.
Has he done the rip?
He did the RIP, but we don't know if he has any concerns based on his conversation with her, because we don't know what his impressions were.
And Judge, if he doesn't have any contact with his mom, he would have nowhere to go. So
No, I'm saying if there's any further things that he'd like to.
Girl, I want to, this people don't understand. That's why they worry about me and I got mental health issues, supposedly. And I don't be hearing shit people talk to you, so. Yes, ma'am.
we could talk.
Mr. Hunt, we want to help you. That's all we want to do. No one's here to try to hurt you at all. All we want to do is make sure that nothing happens where you're going to end up going back to jail. That's all we want. So just don't have any weapons, no threatening, harassing with mom, and that's it. So we're going to have you just take a seat real quick. We'll have you sign the conditions and then you guys are good to go. Okay. So I'm not going to reset it yet just to see if they have anything else that they would like to add for now. And
Okay.
then we'll.
This last case is about a guy on the run from Iowa. He's facing a robbery beef there. He's also facing some serious felony charges in Texas. His folks apparently have the cash to bail him out, so this hearing is a means to that end.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Coleman. All right, sir, you are, just so you know, you're not here alone. Your lawyer is here with you on Zoom. Okay, Mr. Chisholm is here. He's representing on the fugitive case. So don't get into the sensitive material yet. Let's talk about, so your lawyer has asked for me to set you a bond. You want me to set him a bond, Daniel?
That is correct, Your Honor.
I don't know. I don't know anything about you. I've never met you before. So if I set you a bond, I have to get to know you. One of the two main concerns I have, number one, are you a danger to the public? Number two, if I set you a bond, are you actually going to go turn yourself into the demanding jurisdiction? Meaning, are you going to go back to where you're wanted from? I get a lot of people that try to sell me the sun, moon, stars, their cases are like little bunnies jumping in the woods. But when in reality, they're very dangerous people and they're huge flight risks. So I don't know. Tell me about it.
Yes, Judge. He's wanted from Story County, Iowa for robbery second degree. There's no bond. We don't have any bond information on that. That warrant was issued in November of 24. Not a month later, he had picked up this UUMV here in Harris County. The basis for this warrant that he's wanted out of Iowa for is that he and some other co-defendants had assaulted an ATM technician to steal money from the ATM. Just on those facts alone, we would be asking for no bond. I do have more information I can go into that would support our no bond, but.
Is this the sensitive information?
Yes.
Okay, so let me get off the live stream real quick. waive extradition or you can fight extradition. If you waive extradition, once he's made bond, the state, we give Iowa 14 days to come get him. If Iowa does not get him within the 14 days, then he's released from Harris County. But understand, even if you get released, that warrant is always in effect and will remain in effect until you go back to Iowa to take care of that case. So they can literally, if you get released after the 14th day, on the 15th day, they may refile that warrant right again, and you may get rearrested again, and then you're gonna have to do the whole thing over again. So at this point now, if you want to roll it to see if the family's able to make bond, I'm happy to do that, Daniel. Whatever you want to do.
No, Judge, we're gonna see if we can try to find the bondsman that'll bond him out on the felony case. And that should trigger, because he's already waived extradition back on December 26th.
Oh, he waived already? Okay, great.
That should trigger Story County to their 14 days to come and try to get him. And if not, then we'll just continue to fight the case that way. But I appreciate you, Judge, and thank you for your consideration.
Look, Dave.
Yes, sir.
Have you experienced where if a bonding company or multiple bonding companies do not want to accept the bond in that felony case, if they go to 49 and post it in its entirety?
I mean, strictly speaking, they can, it's just financially not typical. But I guess there's nothing legally prohibiting them from doing so. It's just not common because of the financial burden of it.
So that's, I think that may be something is available as well, Daniel, just to, you know.
Yeah, I'm going to give his father all the options that's available to him at this point. I appreciate Your Honor for taking this up and
Sorry, bud, but it's just too dangerous, man. I can't.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood.
Okay.
Thanks, Judge.
Right.
May we be excused?
Yes, thanks, Daniel.
All right, bye.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoy watching this content, please like and subscribe. It helps new channels like this one gain exposure. There is a lot more good court to come, so if you like what you saw, tell your friends. If you didn't, tell me, and let me know what you'd like to see and how I can improve. Thanks.